December 7th, 1941. Early morning. Hawaii, Pearl Harbor. American sailors are walking on the decks. Some are heading down for breakfast. Someone on the USS Arizona is probably writing a letter home. No one knows. No one has any idea. Then a rumble comes from the sky. 353 Japanese aircraft, Mitsubishi Zeros, Nakajima torpedo bombers, Kates, Vals, all at once. When the first wave hits, Americans look at each other like, is this a drill? It's not. 2,403 people will die that morning. When the USS Arizona's magazine explodes, the ship will sink in 9 minutes. 18 warships will be disabled. More than 300 aircraft will be destroyed. America's Pacific power will be wiped out in a single morning. Now stop for a second. What if that morning, USS Gerald R. Ford was at Pearl Harbor? Yes. Commissioned in 2017, currently the most advanced modern warship in the world. It weighs over 100,000 tons, is 337 meters long, and with a crew of around 5,000, it's a massive thing. It carries nearly 90 combat aircraft. It runs on 2 nuclear reactors. This means the ship can theoretically operate for 20 years without refueling. But that's not even its main advantage. The real advantage is the dual-band radar system. Let me say this clearly. It can detect targets over 400 kilometers away. In 1941, the fastest Japanese aircraft, the Zero, could reach about 530 kilometers per hour. With this radar, Ford would detect them 1 hour before the attack, basically the moment the fleet takes off. Now let's look at the other side. Japan did not plan this operation randomly. Japan was a truly terrifying force for that time. 6 aircraft carriers. 6. Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, Hiryu, Shokaku, Zuikaku. They carry a total of 353 aircraft. There are 3 types among them. The first is the Mitsubishi Zero, a fighter aircraft. For that time, incredible maneuverability, lightweight structure, long range, and pilot quality on top of that. These are experienced men who fought in China. The second is Nakajima, torpedo bombers. They come in low, drop torpedoes into the water, and blow up ships from below. These are largely what finished off the USS Arizona. The third is Aichi, dive bombers. They come down from high altitude, drop bombs directly from above, and pull out, precise and deadly. In addition to this, the fleet includes 2 battleships, 3 cruisers, 9 destroyers, and 8 submarines. It's almost better than many modern naval fleets. This fleet was the most powerful naval strike force in the world that morning. Against a sleeping fleet, an unprepared base, and an unaware army. But this time, they are facing Gerald R. Ford. Same date, December 7th, 1941. Around 6 in the morning, Japan's 6 aircraft carriers are positioned 370 kilometers north of Hawaii, and the first wave is preparing to launch. 183 aircraft. Pilots enter their cockpits, engines start, the decks are filled with noise. Everything looks normal, but this time, there is a difference. Ford's dual-band radar system is already active at that moment. 370 kilometers is within the system's active scanning range. The moment aircraft on the Japanese fleet begin taking off, signals start appearing on Ford's screens. The radar operator looks at the monitor and sees something. Not a single aircraft, but dozens, hundreds, and all of them moving in the same direction at the same time. 183 aircraft have taken off, turned south, and are heading toward Hawaii. Pilots maintain formation. Everything is progressing according to plan. No one has any idea what's waiting for them. Meanwhile, on Ford's deck, pilots are getting into their aircraft. Systems are powering up. Short-range air defense missiles are being activated. These missiles lock onto heat and radar signatures and track targets. Extremely effective against low-flying threats. And Japan's torpedo bombers are coming in exactly like that, parallel to the sea, in a straight line. Almost like they're shouting, "Come hit me." As Japanese aircraft approach Hawaii, strange things begin to happen. The plane on the right wing suddenly explodes. Then the one on the left. No one understands what's happening. How could they? Their aircraft travel at 530 kilometers per hour. while missiles are coming at them at 2,400 kilometers per hour. They can't even see them, and the remaining aircraft continue moving forward. Some of them approach Pearl Harbor. That's when Phalanx activates. This system fires 4,500 rounds per minute and operates completely automatically. No human intervention. The radar sees, the system calculates, and it fires. A wall of steel is formed in the sky, and passing through it is almost impossible. Vals try to dive from above. The system is locked onto them as well. Kates come in low. They're also in it. By the end of the first wave, about 70 out of 183 aircraft do not make it back, but it's not over. On Japan's 6 ships, the second wave is being prepared. 170 more aircraft. Their commanders are trying to understand the situation, but the returning pilots are telling inconsistent stories. No one can fully explain what they encountered. And now the main problem for Ford appears. Ammunition is limited. The first wave consumed a lot. If a second wave comes, then a third, then a fourth, this defense cannot continue forever. And the 6 Japanese carriers are still out there in the open sea, each capable of launching another wave. The commander makes his decision. Staying on defense is not enough. It's time to go on the offensive. But first, the second wave arrives. 170 more aircraft. And this time, the Japanese behave differently. The pilots who returned from the first wave have realized something. What they are facing is not an ordinary ship. Even if they don't fully understand what it is, they see the result. 70 of their comrades did not return, and their commanders make a decision. They will sink this ship at any cost. The second wave comes in more aggressively, lower, faster, formations scattered. Some pilots don't even think about returning anymore. They make their own decisions. When their aircraft are damaged, instead of turning back, they head directly toward Ford, because they think if they sink this ship, everything will change. Ford's defense systems work much harder in this wave. The automated gun system spins continuously. Missiles are launched one after another. Aircraft attempting kamikaze are shot down at the last moment. One is destroyed 200 meters away from Ford. Debris falls onto the deck, but there is no serious damage. But the ammunition situation is now critical. The second wave has also taken heavy losses. More than 50 additional aircraft have been shot down, but Ford's missile stock has decreased dangerously. The automated gun system is still working, but that is not infinite either, and Japan's ships are still out there. They may not be able to defend against a third attack. Now it's time to strike. F-18s and F-35s are launched one by one. There are still Japanese aircraft in the air. The advance groups of a third wave are coming. F-18s handle them. 3 times faster, they don't even have a chance to maneuver. Japanese aircraft are wiped out within minutes. F-35s join in. The target is now Japan's 6 aircraft carriers. 370 kilometers away, Akagi is still there. Kaga, Soryu, Hiryu, Shokaku, Zuikaku. All of them are in open sea, moving, but they have nowhere to escape. Missile strikes begin. The anti-aircraft guns of 1941 are almost useless against these missiles. And at that exact moment, Ford also takes action. The ship's long-range missiles are directed toward the Japanese fleet, from both the air and the sea at the same time. The first hit lands on Akagi. Kaga shares the same fate. Soryu and Hiryu are struck while trying to launch the third wave. Their decks are now unusable. Shokaku and Zuikaku try to escape, but F-35s have already locked their missiles. By the end of that morning, the situation is this. Out of Japan's 353 aircraft, more than 200 have been shot down. 4 of the 6 aircraft carriers are destroyed. 2 are heavily damaged. Is there damage in Pearl Harbor? Some. A few Japanese aircraft reached the harbor. A few ships were damaged. There are casualties, but not 2,403. USS Arizona is still standing. Or what do you think? If you are curious about how 12 modern soldiers could capture a medieval castle, you can click on the playlist on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thanks for watching.